There are many aspects to this, right? Even as we go along this change journey, one is the entire change management that is required, both at the client end, and also, we have to make it exciting, not only from a top-down purpose. Obviously, needless to say, you need a lot of executive commitment and sponsorship from the top. But unless your associates feel empowered to do this and they are skilled to do this will not translate into anything meaningful, right? So what we embarked on the journey a couple of years ago was accelerating the digital scaling of associates. Now, what that means is they get trained on both the automation toolkit plus also the analytics toolkit. Because once you have automated bots taking over the production, there is a lot of data that is churned. There is more insights that can be drawn from those operations. And we want to move towards AI-led operations. And that's how you make the AI-led operations a reality. Now, to get there, we have 2 or 3 ways we can get there. We obviously have the entire unattended bots, which we can deploy. We have attended bots, which we need to deploy, because where you need a human in the loop to complete the transaction, you need an attended bot. And that is where the entire citizen development comes in, very clearly. Plus, if you look at the value chain, there is this entire value chain in terms of how is the transaction process, being processed. And if you use tools like Process Gold or Task Capture or Task Mining, it gives you a good visibility into the front to back of these processes. It is more data driven. It also highlights the time, and therefore you can also highlight the cost it takes for you to do the majority of the operations, and what are really the exceptions that are causing dissonance in the system, both from a cost perspective and from a time perspective, and also from a customer experience perspective. So you can be more focused in your transformation efforts if you address those. So that's the first key point as long as the process mining is concerned. The next is empowering the associates to develop their bots. That's where Studio X plays in, right? And it is not enough, as I said, to have just the domain skills. You also need to build some automation skills. And that's the whole concept of democratizing digital. What I mean by democratizing digital is equipping the associates with the knowledge. Second is arming the person with the right ecosystem to execute on those. And obviously doing it in a very safe ecosystem like the automation hub or the orchestration layer, where you can really monitor all that is being done, so that there are enough controls built in within the ecosystem. So that is very important. And then the last but not the least is the analytics fabric. Because when you have these bots and you deploy this bot, you're going to get a lot of information across the process chain. And you're going to need analytics to build in more predictability in operations, give more feedback to the front office or the middle office, and help the people in back office operations or finance and accounting to be a true partner with the business. Because then what you're doing is you're freeing up time from processing to insights.